the world famous Ham Bone by Brian Haley.
The Ham Bone story, man. This is crazy, man.
About 4 years ago, we was in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Atlanta Fest.
I think it was Atlanta Fest or something.
Well, I don't remember where it was, but I do remember that Brian's sisters were at the show. It might have been Atlanta. I think it was.
We were thinking about something cool to do for like Brian's solo.
We used to have a segment of the show that featured all the band members. You know, we do these solos.
You know what? Brian would do this thing where he would just do this cool little thing with his hand. It was called a ham bone. So when Brian would ham bone, it would just be so fresh. He was like, "Do that again, B. Do it again." He just. We said, "Hey, that's really cool." So Toby had an idea like, "Why don't you put it in the show?"
And I'm like, "Brian, you want to do that on stage, man? Because it's kind of hot, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it on stage."
We had a little extra time, so we thought we'd have some fun as families in the audience.
Man, Brian was excited, man, because this is big sister, man. You know, we're in Atlanta. The show was probably sold out or close to sold out.
So he was like, "Yeah, that'll be fresh, you know, do it." So he was practicing and getting it on. And
we're excited about it. He's like, "Yo, man, we hype it up. You know, it's gonna be dope. We're gonna get to the show. Your drum solo. You're gonna come down off the drums. You come out there, you know, and just bust a ham bone."
You know, we get to the solo section, man. You know, I hit my solo, man. I felt real good about it. You know, Brian was like, "Yeah, man, you knocked it out, man." Okay, Davey did his thing, and Tim did his thing, and then all of a sudden, man, Toby introduces Brian the Bomb Haley, right? This big setup.
So all of a sudden, on drums, Brian Haley, ladies and gentlemen. So I get up there and I'm doing my ham bone thing, right? So he comes down there, starts ham boning.
And this is outside. If you've ever been to Six Flags Great America in Atlanta, Georgia, you know, it's an amphitheater type thing, so it's outside.
something happened where we didn't even think about how soft it would sound to a crowd of thousands.
All of a sudden, the crowd is just going dead. They're like, what is he doing? Immediately, we knew it wasn't going good.
Nobody could hear it because we didn't think about mic-in.
You couldn't hear what I was doing.
We're all got our mics, trying to get it by his legs because he's trying to slap and trying to get the sound going. It's feeding back because all the microphones is around. It was terrible.
The crowd's like looking at us like, what's this? We don't get it. What is he doing?
Imagine sitting in this packed, this packed arena, in the back of the arena, seeing this guy at the edge of the stage doing all this. You can't hear anything that's going on. You're like, what is this dude doing, man? Was he swatting flies or what? You don't know what's going on.
So I mean, it had to be the most embarrassing thing, just to be out there going through all that and like nobody could. So he just looked stupid.
I basically got booed off the stage.
And Brian kind of got up and walked back to his drums with his, like a dog with his tail between his legs.
So I just ran on back towards, like Sammy Sam, Joe Blow.
But now the funny part was at the end of the show, his sister was like,
don't you ever, ever have that white boy have you ham bone again.
And I'm like, he wanted to do it on stage. He was doing it. I didn't ask him to do it. He was doing it. I just offered the spot on stage for him to highlight himself, for him to get a step out.
Since then, I never ham boned again.
Man, don't blame me. It just didn't go over good, Brian. That's why you, dog.
Man, that was so funny.